It's TMNT time. Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Renet, based on the Mirage line. Yes, Mirage line. We're finally getting some more TMNT Mirage figures, and I am delighted that one of the first ones that they're doing is freaking Renet. I did a video, like, I don't know, 2 years ago or whatever, of TMNT characters that was from the 2012 lineup that didn't get a figure and deserved one. And I had Renet on there, and I talked about as much as Renet has been in all of TMNT, comic books, TV shows, and whatnot. Renet has been one of the classic TMNT characters. I also love that they used the Mirage lineup for that, because it's a lot more fan servicey. So yeah, let's have a look at the figure. The time has come. Get it? Because she's a timstress. Whatever the hell that is. So she stands at about a little over 16 centimeters to the top of her weird looking helmet, which you can't take off, but I want to measure her with it because it's part of the fun. 6 inches, if I'm not counting the weird kind of yellow thing in the top, but yeah, 6.2. If we're going up that far, size comparisons. Here's Jolter, the SH Figure Arts Son Goku, Neca Arcade Michelangelo, Mirage Leonardo, TMNT Adventure Slash, and Darkseid. So the character of Renet is a quite interesting one, I feel like. As I mentioned beforehand, she shows up in like every version of the TMNT, and I feel like it's one of the staple turtle friends. Also, it gotta be noted that this one is the red version. Neca released like a Walmart exclusive blue version, which I would have rather had because I like the blue coloring, and from what I remember, she was like painted blue. But anyway, that's Walmart exclusive, and I don't even live in the US, so I can't get that. Thanks for that, Neca. Now to get the salt out of the way, let's have a look at the figure. The paint job on here is exquisite. I love especially all the black line work, like all the small detail that goes around the rings, around these dots on her helmet, and also on the side over here with the spiky, I want to say clocks, but obviously those things aren't clocks. Very ugly connection over here, but it's to back, you're not gonna see it. And you also have the yellow and the black line work on top of here, and the clock. Also the face sculpt, it looks good. Well, the black line over there on the mouth did not hit it. So if we're really going in close, it looks like a mustache, but that's as I'm saying, if we're going in close. But now I can't unsee it. Damn it! Okay. So one more problem with the figure is the cape. I love me some cloth cape. I really prefer that over plastic cape, especially if it has some way in it so you can move it. But I think this thing is just too big. It's just like one of those thick double layers of it, and that's just kind of getting in the way. And I can't really hold it down. I can't get it like, or make like a plastic part and then have the cloth start over here, so it lines up with the figure, and I don't have this stuff kind of flapping around getting on my nerves. So you can also take this one off. It has a decent connection, I feel like. It really latches on to the hat. Doesn't have a tag or anything, so be careful with that. As we move down to the goods, well, first we have the shoulder pads, which have some gray, and the line work on there looks good as well. And then, yeah, obviously the boobs. Fan service, ahoy, it is very clean, very good looking, and quite big. Quite pushed up. Now, I got a bunch of clocks in the torso, and it's another part where I gotta say, yeah, the paint on here, there might be some slips, there might be some bleeding on some sides and whatnot, but still, considering just how much is going on over here, I dig it and I appreciate it. Got the gloves with some more black line work on the yellow. This one looks a little bit mangled on this side. Let's see on the other side. Yeah, decent. As we move down to the hips, and she's quite thick, also the bottom's not bad, and the thighs, which for whatever reason I feel like it's always going in like a little bit of an angle. I can't really get them. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to straighten about, get her legs together, and don't take that out of context, although, you know what, take it out of context if you want to, I don't care, but it doesn't really work, so that's just weird. Anyway, I'm just gonna move down to the boots. Have some standard brown boots, and that's about it. Let me attach the leg and continue with this review. So I took the cape off for the time being. Time! Anyway. So the hat moves back and forth, does tilt side to side, and does go all the way around. For the arms, it's pretty standard Neca stuff. You have the big hinge, which goes up and down, and you can also rotate it in the socket. As you can tell, the shoulder pads soft plastic, so they will not bother you when you move in, but then again, you don't really clash with the shoulders, with the shoulder pads in general. But yeah, bicep swivel, this one's kind of stiff. Also on this side, very stiff. Okay, stiffness. And we have the double hinged elbows, which obviously I try to move the figure around before I even do this. So yeah, have a hinge in the hand, which can go back and forth, and swivel it. The chest area has a little bit of wiggle motion, and this leg just disconnected again. Damn it! And also rotates side to side. Be careful not to mangle your clocks. And I feel like there's a missed opportunity to make like something with the hips, because there's nothing with the hips. Like this hip part doesn't really move. You could have made it, because the entire torso, this piece seems to be soft plastic on the hip level, or even like cut it up, make like the part with the clocks and pull it over it, and you could have had like just a ball to move it around and whatnot. But you know, they didn't do that. Leg moves forward, leg moves out to the side. Also a little bit wobbly, as it is with Neca figures, and also to the back, and you can rotate it on here. Then you have the double hinged knees, which moves all the way up, and then the foot is on another hinge, back, forward, and thus tilt side to side. For your accessories, you got an alternate head, which doesn't have the hood on, has the hair, also looks a little bit worried, has the big earrings. Very nice with the frizzy hair, also with the paint job, and it has some orange. Looking pretty good. And then we have also this piece, which if she takes the hood down, that's what you can put around her collar to show the hood. This face is not, from what I can remember, that's not Renet. I think that's Lord Simultaneous, which is her master, and that's I think that's the first time he showed up. I remember she stole the time scepter and he yelled at her, and that's how he showed up, just a hat floating around. Here is the time scepter, by the way, which is used to travel through time, if you haven't guessed that already. Looks pretty good with the demonic hand and like the sand hour, what's this? Sand glass, whatever. And a little ball on the lower half. She has a dagger. Very nice paint job on there with the yellow and the metallic gray. Is it even metallic? I don't think so. So we have some orange on that, and also there's the time scroll. More orange. Very simple looking, but still decent enough in the paint. And then for the hands, you have holding hands, obviously to hold your time scepter, and your sword and your time scroll, and then you got standard fist hands. Final thoughts, and I gotta go back to the point that I'm really happy to finally have a Renet figure. The look overall is great. There's very few issues I have with the mold, the sculpt itself. The paint job is clean for the most part for the Neca stand, and I feel like this one is one of the better releases, because they kind of tend to go back and forth with their quality control sometimes. Although recently I feel it's been good for the most part, and the articulation is, you know, a little bit more of the hip articulation would have been nice. The accessories are great. I would have preferred maybe a different head sculpt, because she only has this bored face on her and like the kind of slightly concerned face which we have with the hair. So I mean, it's cool that we have this one, but maybe rather have a different face than get like the Lord Simultaneous, which I can't really do anything. I mean, technically you can put it on the figure, but yeah, whatever. So I mean, still, the figure looks great, and I'm happy to have a Renet. So if you're a fan of the character, I feel like this one is a good one, and I can recommend it. For everybody else, I don't know. Do you like fan service? Do you like this over-the-top design? Then go for it. But also, if you're in America, there is a blue version, which is Target exclusive. If I'm in your place, I would get that one, but I can't get that one because I'm not in the USA. So still recommend it. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Renet wants.